Hi, David Paul here. What can I call this video? I'll call it something I want to show you. And it might end up something I want to show you 1, 2 and 3 because I don't know if I can do it all in one shot. But I'm working on the beams. I've still got stuff to do on these damn beams. The idea is that they're in position pretty much. But they have to be recessed down into the stonework a little bit so that the top of the beam is level with the stonework, which will then allow me to pour in concrete on the top with a load of rebar in it to tie it all together, maybe about 4 to 6 inches deep. I was told put 2 rebars in. I think I might go crazy and put 4 in. What the hell, you know? It's not, when you're doing jobs all on your own, the materials costs are the biggest part, and they're not really the big part of any build. It's usually the labour, and I'm doing all that. Okay, the thing I want to show you is my friend Jamond has taken away the block and tackle, and in all honesty, that block and tackle was killing me. It was a great godsend, and I'm so pleased I had it, but dear God, it was so heavy. It was built to make, it was obviously intended for pulling truck engines out. And as I joked, you know, but it's true, you needed a block and tackle to lift the block and tackle. So anyway, so what am I to do? No block and tackle. Well, as it happens, the beams are all in position. They're all up top. So I don't really need a block and tackle. So the job I have to do at the moment is, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this stone here, which will allow this beam to pop into position, and then at a later date I'll dig out this mud stuff, and you can get some preformed sort of cage things made out of rebar, which I will fit round here. They're like U-bend things, and I will fit them round there. Don't have to, but I'm going to. And then I'll be, as I said, I'll be putting a beam above, a ring beam around. So the ring beam will run around, and then the concrete will also run down here and catch that cage and incorporate that, so that the whole thing will be one solid mass. And hopefully it should be as good as this thing here. Well, it'll certainly be better because I'm going to be using 8mm rebar. This is, I don't know what, about 6mm, something like that, that goes into these things. But it's pre-tensioned, so they're very, very stiff, these beams. So the idea is that we've got to drop this down here. So all I need to do is lift this up by hand into the air, 1/4 inch or so, pop that stone out, and then lower it down gently into the hole. Well, I couldn't physically do that, and I guess I've had a bunch of burly friends, but even then they couldn't all get on the ladder. So it can't be done, can it? Well, it can, because all I need to do is lift this up a little bit. And for that, I've purchased, for about 12 to 13 euros, this strap device which you use on trucks. This is a bit of a beast, this one. It's not what you would normally use on a car. It's a very strong one. It's not the ultimate, but this will do the job. So I've got it rigged up there, and I'm going to crank that wrench and pull on this and lift this beam. I'm a bit wary of it because I'm not sure that I've set there's not a lot of distance to move at the top there, if you can see. So I may find that this all just stretches like crazy and doesn't lift the beam. So I'll have to set it higher up, but we'll find out anyway. And then that lifts that, then I pop that stone out, then I can just uncrank it down into the hole. Job done. Now you might say, whoa, this is not a block and tackle. What if it fails? What if it snaps? What are the consequences? Just so when you're doing jobs, just think about what's the worst that can happen. What are the consequences? Well, the consequences here are, first of all, that is not going to snap. It's not going to snap. It's well within the capability, because I can lift one of the ends of these. It kills me, but I can do it. So if I can lift it, this strap thing can. What will happen is that will snap and this would just pop into the hole anyway. Or if it snapped before I'd taken the block out, it'll just sit back down again. So, stone gets up, stone comes out, stone sits down at a slot, job done. As long as it's square, and that's it. Now, at a later date, I will level all of these with respect to each other using a fluid level, using a length of pipe or a spirit level. I don't know which one at the time. I got a fluid pipe, so I can do it using that. Get them all level, and then once that's done, then we can pour the concrete in. So I'm going to stop this tape now, and if this works, I can edit it, and if it doesn't, then I'll have to move on and make another tape of when I've put it into place. So let's pause.